So today started out a bit crazy in crypto. I woke up this morning to some serious drop-offs in all the cryptos I look at: Bitcoin, Solana, HBAR, ADA, Cardano, XRP, Ripple. All these things took a major beating overnight. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Took a major beating overnight. So if you watched my video this morning, we talked about blood in the streets. And so that saying goes from Baron Rothschild from the 1700s. It's time to buy when there's blood in the streets. And the next part of that is even if it's your own blood. So I got beaten up pretty good on a couple leveraged trades. Not really. I mean, I had a couple leveraged trades that were open, but those I had started at low enough that it was fine. It was one that I had open that was majorly leveraged, and it got wiped out, and it took a couple other ones with it. But I had some blood in the streets, and here's what I did. But before I get into that, the good news is that the market's recovered quite a bit since this morning. The bad news is I still think there's a lot of volatility and bloodshed to come. Let me show you why. The first thing I'll show you, point to, is this right here. Here's where we are right now. We're up here around 94.5, 95,000 on Bitcoin. We popped back below the 91,500. We went below that almost. There's a little wick over to 89,000 and change. It popped back up real quickly. It didn't close below those levels of support. So that 91.5 level support is where I was a buyer. And since then, my trade has done very good. I actually 20x leverage, which is higher leverage than typical, not necessarily the safe zone. And I used that leverage to buy Bitcoin. I used a 10x to buy a bunch of other cryptos, as you can see down here. I did 10x on HBAR, 20x on ADA, 10x on SUI, 10x on Solana, and 9x on XRP. Larger leverage than I typically use, but I really like those levels. They were buy levels. This is all risky stuff here, because what I'm doing is it's a bit of a gamble. I'm saying that 91.5 level is the lower part that it's going to hit. Now, I might be wrong, and let me show you why I might be wrong, and I might close out these at a profit here. I'm up 57%, 27%, 30%, 42%, 45%, and 53%, all from today. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and do leverage trades on BTCC. I'm just showing you what I did today and all these things. So here's what has me a little bit worried. Since today, if you look at this liquidation chart, now as we pop back below these levels to 89 and change all the way up to where we are now, it looks like there's a lot of leveraged longs that have been put on there, which is a lot of liquidity right here. Not a lot of shorts ahead. So people think, the market thinks it's going long. Yesterday it was more balanced. There was a lot of longs, over in this 90 to 92 region, and a lot of shorts up here just a little higher. So it was sandwiched in. Well, now there's a lot of liquidity that some of these big manipulators, the whales, are going to look at and say, I can grab that liquidity just by popping the market short a bit. And I don't know about you, but I think that the big money at play are true manipulators that manipulate have far reaches. Now, that's my conspiracy theory in me. But if you have been paying attention the last couple of years, a lot of the conspiracy theories have come true. But I even saw the likes of Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan's chief executive officer. I believe he's chairman of the board and CEO still. I could be wrong. Put down in the comments if I am. Maybe I'm outdated. But Jamie was talking about, he was throwing some more FUD at crypto, even though his organization, JP Morgan Chase, has been very pro crypto and doing a lot of things to facilitate their members or their customers in the crypto world and forward thinking in that. So it's a lot of manipulation going on out there. So instead of worrying about all that, because I can't control that, everything gets manipulated. I can't control it. When you see pullbacks like you have today, you got to look at those and ask yourself, is this an opportunity? Is it a distraction, or is it a trap? And the trap right now is for you to sell your crypto. Like I said this morning, they want your crypto. They're coming for your crypto. And eventually, after they get it, they're going to tell everyone they need it. Right now, they're telling everyone they don't need it. And so they can get it. And once they get it, they're going to tell everyone that they need it. And 7 days until Donald J. Trump is going to take the office. And I think day one, we're going to hear news on crypto. It may or may not be the news you're expecting, but I think day one, we're going to hear news on crypto that we haven't heard yet. And there's been a lot of meetings, and Trump has been working probably around the clock to get all of his executive orders and day one activity in play. He is probably ready to execute different things that then he'll do more in the first year of presidency than most do in a lifetime. So that's my prediction. I could be wrong. Maybe you hate Trump. It doesn't matter. He's good for crypto. And Gary Gensler being out of the SEC, also good for crypto. So just again, what did I do? I took that information this morning. I made the decision. Do I want to do something about this or just let it ride? Well, I looked at it as an opportunity to make a little extra money. Now I'm up 50% on the money that I put in there this morning. Smart money would say I should sell it, but I think it's going to go higher, but there's going to be a lot of volatility. I could be painfully wrong, but I've got to learn to take some profits. So I'm probably going to look at this and create a strategy of when I'm going to take some profits out of these accounts or these trades, so I have some money for if it does dip again, that I can put back in and buy some more of these trades. I do think it's going to be a heck of a week. There's a lot of economic data coming out. The big one being inflation results this week. We're going to talk all about it. I'll see you next time.